Hey boo, this is Nika and I am pleasantly unbothered. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Today we are kicking off Vlogtober, so this is the first video of many videos to come over the next 30 days because I will be releasing a new video every single day for the month of October. If you haven't subscribed or have yet to hit the notification bell, you're gonna want to do that so that you can know exactly when the new video is posted each day. And I'm super excited because we're gonna be covering our usual topics of fashion, self-love, dating, confidence, all that jazz, but we're also going to be mixing it up a little bit, you know, changing it up a little bit, including a few vlogs, some throwback videos that have yet to be posted. You're going to see more of my daughter. There's going to be food videos. I'm going to be branching out and showing you more of me behind the scenes. So I'm super excited and I hope you are too. I thought it would also be fun to do a 30-day challenge together. Since we're gonna be here together, you know, we might as well help each other grow and flourish, you know what I mean? So we're gonna be going through the Confidence Booster workbook that I created. We're gonna do it together, and for the next 30 days, we are gonna be helping you unleash the special parts of who you are and recognize your personal powers. I know we're all super busy, so don't worry. You'll only need about 5 minutes a day to complete the challenge, and believe me, this is something that you're gonna wanna do because you're investing that time into yourself, all right? You may have heard me mention this workbook before, but it's basically a printable PDF that I created to help you gain a clearer understanding of your personal powers so that you can tap into the many special parts of who you are. And the beauty about this workbook is that it really doesn't matter where you are in your self-love, confidence, or self-appreciation journey. We can always use a boost of that. We are all looking to do better. We are all looking to level up. You can certainly love yourself even more than you already do. And the aim is that at the end of this, you're gonna be feeling even more amazing and more badass than you already are. And I hope you're already feeling damn amazing and pretty damn badass, okay? If you wanna join in and follow along, the link to download the workbook is at the top of the description box below. Just click the link, download it, it's absolutely free. If you want, you can print it out like I did so that you have a hard copy, or you can just grab a pen and a paper and use it as a guide on your device. Whatever works for you, it works for me, and we can jump in and get started. And I know that I've been a part of challenges in the past where I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, but I'll do it another time, I'll do it later. Please don't do that. Go get the workbook as soon as you have a moment and join us on this journey together. We are gonna be each other's accountability buddies. We are gonna show up here on this channel in some way, shape, or form, and we are gonna support each other through these videos and in the comment section, pushing each other, motivating each other, and helping us all level up together, because that's what we're here for. So it has actually been a few months since I created the workbook, and I haven't seen it in some time. So I'm pretty excited to look at it with fresh eyes today with you, because we are going to be working through all 3 activities together. And the last activity is the one that we're going to revisit every day for the next 30 days so that we can really reinforce it all and keep the momentum going so that we're developing habits of confidence and self-appreciation. All right, so I have my copy right here. I hope you have yours too. And let's go ahead and run through it. So we start off on the first page with the definition of confidence. So one definition is faith in oneself and one's powers without any suggestion of conceit or arrogance. The other definition here is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. And then we have a little blurb here talking about how important confidence and self-esteem is and how it impacts every single area of our lives, sis. So if we ever want to attain real love, true happiness, success, or any of the other great things that we might aspire to, it's so important to have a strong foundation of self-love, self-acceptance, self-esteem, and confidence. The quality of our life literally depends on it. So what you'll want to do is set aside some time and find a quiet space where you can work through the activities in this workbook. It won't take very long. However, you want to be able to think clearly so that you can come up with answers to the questions that are prompting you throughout the workbook. Each activity is designed to help you discover your personal powers and feel more optimistic about your life. So the answers here do matter. There are no right or wrong answers per se, but you'll want to make sure that you're being thoughtful when you're filling this out. So for activity 1, you're going to be pondering the questions that are listed, thinking about your life, all the things you've been through, and who you truly truly are on the deepest level, whether that's mind, body, or spirit. There are very little rules to this. You can write as much or as little as you want. You can scribble in the margins, you can use full sentences, bullet points, whatever works for you. Go with that. The only thing that I insist on is that you use this as an opportunity to brag about yourself. Now is not the time to be humble. Like the definition of confidence said on the first page, we're doing this without any suggestion of arrogance or conceit. So don't worry about being humble. Don't worry about being modest. This is not the time for that, sis. I want to know what makes you special. I want to know what makes you fly. I want to know the favorite parts of who you are that you absolutely love. And I really don't want you holding yourself back in any way. The world will try to do that to you enough already, so it is not your job to play along with that. Go ahead and brag, toot your horn, do it loudly. I want to hear, so let's get into it. All right, so here are the questions. What's your favorite thing about yourself? What quality or characteristic have you worked the hardest to develop? What do you love about yourself? That's the first set of questions. Like I said, write as much or as little as you need. There are a few lines listed here, but if you need more space, go ahead and fill as many pages as you need to with wonderful, amazing thoughts about yourself. You have all the permission in the world that you've ever needed. Go ahead and feel it. Go ahead and love on yourself. Go ahead and answer these questions. So for me, some of my favorite things about myself are my optimism, my emotional intelligence, my unique sense of style and self-expression, my courage, my strength, and my vulnerability. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know that I talk a lot about the person that I used to be versus the person that I am today. And I am incredibly proud of how far I've come, all the things I've been able to overcome and accomplish in that time. Learning how to develop healthy boundaries, learning how to feel more comfortable in my skin, learning how to stop being humble, you know, when the time is right, and how to love on myself and appreciate myself. All of those things are things that I've worked incredibly hard to develop and that I'm really, really proud of. All right, the next set of questions is what makes you feel good about yourself? What excites you about your life? For me, I'm excited about the future, especially realizing how far I've been able to come in a relatively short amount of time. It has me incredibly excited to see where I'm gonna go next. Like, if we already got here, like, what else is there? What's in store for the rest of the 30s or the 40s and the 50s and God willing the 60s, 70s, 80s? You know, like, I'm super excited about all the potential because I spent so much of my life not feeling excited about living or not loving myself, not appreciating myself. And now that I've gotten here, I'm just hyped to keep going. You know, ain't nothing gonna stop me. All right. My daughter, and seeing her grow also excites me. She has so much potential and so much life and spark in her. And I'm so hyped to see who she becomes. I'm also kind of petrified, okay? I will admit that. But she's incredibly inspiring to me. So I'm excited about her and her life and her future. Hi! You ready for bedtime? Got your PJs on?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Can we have ice cream?
Ice cream? I think it's too late for ice cream.
I eat the vegetables.
You did eat all those vegetables and mommy's so proud.
Can I eat the cake?
Cake?
The tiny cake what you bought for me?
Oh, the little cupcake?
Yeah.
You want one?
Yeah. This one.
She's also one of the things that makes me feel good about myself. I can say that no other human has ever loved me the way this little girl loves me, and I appreciate that with everything that I am. And I'm hoping to do the same for her. Love her the most that any human is able to love another person, and hopefully she'll have a life filled with people who strive to love her to the best of their ability as well. I also feel really good about helping others, inspiring others, making a difference in the world, however big or small that might be. Hearing some of your stories and how my videos have helped you, all of that, y'all keep me going. Keep me going, all right? So keep it coming so I can keep going. All right. Next questions are, what are you great at doing? And what accomplishment are you most proud of? Like I said, it may take time for you to ponder these questions. These are not necessarily things that we spend our days thinking of or things that are gonna be at the top of your mind. So definitely give yourself an opportunity to think through these things. What you're not seeing is that I'm editing out all the time I'm sitting here thinking and trying to fill in these questions. I feel like I'm great at connecting with other people and putting myself in their shoes. So empathizing, being compassionate, gaining an understanding of where people are coming from and why they feel the way they do about things. I'm super proud of some of my professional accomplishments and the growth and skill development that I've witnessed within myself and that others have witnessed within me, I suppose. And I feel like one of my greatest accomplishments has been having my daughter and being entrusted to take care of her and raise her and hopefully help her become an amazing human being as she grows up and continues to be her own little person. Being responsible for her care is probably the most important job that I will ever have. And I don't say that in any way to make anyone else feel any kind of way about their situation, whether they have kids, don't want kids, struggle to have kids, or anything else. But knowing how impactful my mom and my family has been in my life, in my upbringing and my childhood, for better and for worse, it makes me feel such a huge sense of responsibility to get it right with her, whatever right might be for parenting, because this ish ain't easy, which any parents out there know for sure. My daughter has been the biggest blessing to me, and having her has also helped me to love and appreciate my body even more, because it's shown me what my body is capable of. With God's help, my body literally created life. And she is here walking around and talking back sometimes. And like I said, that is not to make anyone feel any kind of way, especially if that's something that your body has been struggling with. But I feel like as plus size women, we're often taught that our bodies are gonna be limitations for us and that they're gonna hold us back in some way, shape, or form. And my body has been able to create this little miracle who is happy, healthy, and perfect in my eyes. And yes, I'm biased, but I don't care. She perfect. And so I'm incredibly proud of that. The next set of questions: what's the best compliment you've ever gotten from someone? What things have others admired you for? What things do people appreciate about you? Now this one is a little different than the rest because it's more about other people's opinions of us, which as much as we say they shouldn't matter, in reality they do. In many circumstances, we do have to care what people think about us, at least to some extent. So other people have mentioned to me that they admire my communication skills. I've been told that I'm a great listener. They've also mentioned that they admire my fairness and my ability to reason and look at things rationally. And I do pride myself on being a pretty logical person. It's a little tough to narrow down the best compliment that I've gotten from someone, which again is not a bad problem to have if you're getting a lot of good compliments. The compliments that always mean the most to me are similar to the saying that still waters run deep, right? So basically when someone is able to see and acknowledge that although I'm quiet, although I'm reserved, although I keep to myself and I might be even shy in certain situations, that doesn't discount the fact that there is so much more to me beneath the surface. And so it's always really complimentary to me when they're able to see past the shyness and see past the quietness, to see that there's a lot going on up in here and that my shyness is not at all a reflection of who I am at my core and all that I have to offer. Ooh, and I read this good book recently. It's called Quiet: The Power of Introverts in a World That Won't Stop Talking. And I have never felt more seen in my entire life than I did by reading this book. It is absolutely incredible. If you feel like you are an introvert, or anyone in your life, which probably many people in your life are introverts, it is an incredible book that talks about our natural demeanor, the way some of us are wired, the ways we're different, and the fact that none of us are wrong for being the way we are, whether we're more introverted, extroverted, ambiverted, or anywhere on the spectrum. We all have things to offer. We all have unique strengths, and we all should be leaning on one another for the things that we're best at, rather than alienating other people for being different, or for not being outgoing enough, or not being loud enough, or not being the life of the party or whatever the case is. We all have a role to play, and none of us should feel diminished for being just who we are. I'll include a link to the book in the description box below in case you want to check it out. It's so good. They also have the audiobook version available in case you'd prefer to listen to it rather than read it. I can't say enough good things about that book. And the final question is similar to the last set. It's, what do your dearest loved ones like, respect, or admire about you? And again, this is touching on the fact that sometimes self-awareness doesn't get us all the way to where we need to be, you know? Sometimes the people in our lives can see more in us than we can see within ourselves based on their interactions with us, their history and experiences with us. And so it's important to also get their perspective on things so that we can know the things that we're doing right and all the things that we have to offer. The things I listed are my agreeableness, my sense of humor, my playfulness, my willingness to go with the flow, my intelligence, and my tactful honesty. Because it's usually not what you say, it's how you say it. And I find that I can be very mindful with the way that I express things, and my loved ones seem to really appreciate that. So of course, take as much time as you need to answer those questions. I'll edit out all the idle time that I spent pondering those questions so that you don't have to sit through that, but absolutely take as much time as you need. So for activity 2, we're gonna be using our responses in activity 1 to help us craft some power phrases that we can use to give us a boost whenever we need it. Specifically, at least for the next 30 days, because that's what the challenge is all about. These phrases are gonna be your own personalized reminders of your unique skills, assets, and talents. I like to think of them as happy thoughts to live by, but you can also think of them like affirmations, words of inspiration, or any other way that you want to conceptualize it in your mind. Again, there are no extra points for being modest or being humble, so I don't want any half-stepping going on, okay? Just know that I'll know if you're qualifying things. Like, I'm really smart, but at times, no. I'm really smart, period, all right? I'm really beautiful, but I wish I could lose, no. You just really beautiful. Like, stop half-stepping, stop qualifying things. Go ahead and brag, go ahead and boast, go ahead and be unbothered about it. You have my permission, not that you need it, all right? But you have my permission, go ahead and do it. As much as we may want to change about ourselves, this is not the time to focus on that. Right now, you're giving yourself credit for the best parts of who you are. And so I'm gonna need you to show off and show out. All right, and the worksheet provided for activity 2 does give you a few sentence prompts to help you start the sentence and complete it with your own personal power phrases that resonate with you. So I've already included quite a few of my favorite phrases in the workbook as examples for you. If they resonate with you, if you like them, go ahead and borrow them, feel free. They're yours, go ahead and take it. And I've also come up with some new phrases using my responses from activity 1 that I just did. So some of them are, I am worthy of everything I desire for myself. I like my open-mindedness and my ability to see things from multiple perspectives. I love my own personal brand of sexy and how attractive I've grown to become. I admire my resilience and internal strength. I'm grateful for my body and all that it has allowed me to do. I'm capable of even more than I could ever imagine. I am loyal. I am supportive. I am understanding. I'm worthy of happy, healthy, positive relationships. I'm a great mom and I do the best I can for my daughter every single day. Like I said, feel free to borrow some of mine if you like them. They're yours, sis. But I also want you to focus on coming up with several of your own, because so much of this is about self-appreciation and self-reflection and self-love. So I need this to be coming, well, we all need this. You need this. To be coming from a place within you where you're able to see yourself clearly. Last but not least, activity 3 is where we're gonna keep this momentum going for the next 30 days so that we're able to solidify them within our minds and help us develop the habit of thinking about ourselves positively and appreciating ourselves more, so that by the end of this, we can see ourselves in an even better light. So I have put a yellow star next to some of my favorites, and for the next 30 days, we are going to revisit this list every single day. You're going to revisit yours, and we're going to recite out loud about 15, for me at least, of these personal power phrases. Like I said, it only takes a few minutes each day. It's simple, easy to do. You mainly just have to remember to do it. In the workbook, I've provided a sheet with a grid that you can use to help you keep track of your progress. You can keep it in your planner, you can post it on your wall, someplace where you can see it. Whatever works for you works for me. Let's just make sure that we're in this together and we're all gonna be getting this done. As you can see on the grid I've provided, day 1 is already crossed out because we've already gone through that today. We're 1 day down, 29 to go. Let's get it. I'm so excited to see where we end up at the end of this challenge together. And overall, I'm just really excited to see where Vlogtober takes us. If you enjoyed this video, please do the thumbs up thing. Also, let me know in the comment section below what you think of this challenge. If you're looking forward to Vlogtober, I know I am, so it'll be nice to share the hype with somebody. Let me know how you feeling. Also, like I said, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I don't know if the videos will be coming at a regular time each day. Let me know if you care about that or not, but definitely have the notifications on so that you can know when the video drops. And I know that there are 1,000 other things that you could be doing or watching right now, so I certainly appreciate you being here with me, and I do look forward to seeing you in my next video tomorrow. We gonna be back tomorrow, don't you forget it. I want to see you here. I want to see you with your workbook. I want you to be ready. And like I said, there's gonna be a ton of other stuff as well, other segments included along with the confidence boosting stuff. So we switching it up. We creating magic over here. We doing some special things. You ain't never seen nothing like this before. All right. Bye.